Hi, everybody. It is Missy. It is Sunday, the 13th, and I can't believe that it's only, I just can't believe how fast this month is going and how close to 2021 we are. We've got a really exciting week set up for you. I want to make sure that I go through it in a detailed way because of the rising COVID numbers, because of all those different things, there's been some changes. Not a lot, but just a few here and there, some adjustments, if you will. But before we get to that, I do want to acknowledge that if you notice that some of the technology wasn't working this morning, I know that LifeLoop was on the fritz. It's because everything's connected to the internet, and Watermark HQ was doing some sort of a company-wide update with internet or something like this, and of course then it affects everything down, down the ladder. And so that's why there was some goofiness with LifeLoop this morning. If you were trying to see the details of what was happening with the slides, or even during Leah's class, there were some glitches and there was some funny business. So apologies for all of that. I guess they are right in that a Sunday morning usually is not the time when most of us would be using the internet. But of course, when you're the Canyon and it feels like everything is connected somehow. But anyway, apologies and thank you again for your graciousness and understanding. These COVID times, I cannot wait for that vaccine. So let's go ahead and get started with today. So I'm excited about today actually because we have this afternoon the exploration of Matthew Bourne's ballets, and it's Cinderella, and it's a really fun adaptation. I think you'll really enjoy it, and I do have a preview for it, so you'll be able to see a little trailer for it after I finish talking. Tomorrow morning, our Watermark, and remember, I'm so sorry, I'm using this. So this is what I'm referring to if you are following along or using your highlighter. The Jewish Brain, Neuroscience, Philosophy, Ritual, and Ethics is our one-day university tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That sounds fascinating. We're followed by Chair Strength with Juan, and then the Hugh Jackman Appreciation Society will be watching The Fountain, and it's going to go that'll be our afternoon movie throughout the building, and there's a trailer for that you can see as well. We failed to have enough people attend or sign up to attend the UA Humanities course, Why the Spanish Civil War Still Matters. So that is canceled for now. That was supposed to be at 1 o'clock. So obviously none of you signed up, so you don't have to worry about it. In Motion Online with Dance Sequences is happening on Zoom at 2 o'clock. So you just go into LifeLoop to be able to join that class. And then at 4 o'clock in person, we do have Tai Chi with Harriet. On Tuesday, we're continuing with the Kindness Diaries. I think this might be our final episode of season 2, so that's kind of fun to get back to. We have our HOSFIT class, which is seated and standing, and then our Binge TV Tuesday, Miss Fisher and her murder mysteries are coming to a close. This is the penultimate 2 episodes, and then next week will be our final episodes. And then Power for Parkinson's at 3 o'clock. On Wednesday, I could not find a trailer for this, but I looked it up and it looks fascinating, but it's a science documentary, and it's about the incredible creatures that define design, so that they're so well designed that they are, perfect specimens. And so that's at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. It's not you, it's me. Sorry about that. And then we have our Pilates class from Bodyworks Pilates at 11. That'll go right to your apartments. And then we do have our Winter Workshop edition at noon on Wednesday, and that will be with Umi. And I think she's going to tell me tomorrow what craft she'll make so we can announce it tomorrow. So you'll be able to take a look and see. But that should be really fun. And then our new release on Wednesday is a movie that has been, I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's been making a lot of waves for Academy Awards and whatnot. It's called Mank. And it is, you'll see a preview for it, but it's about the making of Citizen Kane. And I know Citizen Kane is a movie that a few of you have suggested that we watch. So We'll have to watch Mank, and then maybe we'll have to put Citizen Kane on in the new year so we can compare and contrast. But that should be interesting. It is a black and white movie, but was filmed this year. So really interesting stuff. We also have the support group for caregivers of loved ones with dementia. That happens at 2:00 online. And if you're not in that group, Lee would love to welcome you, as would the other participants. So just let us know when we can get you that link. And then Line Dancing with Colleen is going to be postponed from henceforth. Right now, we're requiring people come in twice a week for testing, and sometimes for our people who only have one small class that they do, it's just too much, especially in the holiday season. And we totally understand. And we're very forgiving and understand how that could be a bit of a hardship when you're just here for an hour. So to come in 3 times and get your test. So Line Dancing with Colleen is postponed for a while, but we are going to work tomorrow and see if maybe we could find, I know that there are some members in this building who have either been part of line dancing societies or other line dancing classes. And I am wondering if maybe we could convince one of them to co-teach a class, maybe with one of the community life folks. So if that sounds like you, or it sounds like someone you know, why don't you have them get in touch with us? We can figure something out. On Thursday, we've switched things around a little bit, because usually on Thursday morning we do one of our one-day universities, but this Thursday it's a one-day university on champagne that includes a champagne tasting, and it just might be a little too early in the morning for that. So we've swapped everything, and so we've put our afternoon things in the morning and our morning things in the afternoon. So at 9 a.m. we're stretching the definition of a biography, and we're showing a movie that's also a biography, and it's The Man Who Invented Christmas. And so this is that Dickens film that was out just a couple of years ago. It's really sweet and charming, and I think everybody will really like it and get in the holiday spirit. But yes, so it's the Dickens movie, The Man Who Invented Christmas, at 9 a.m. So a movie bright and early in the morning. And then we also have our virtual coffee and questions at 10 a.m. Everyone is welcome to join us with that link. And then Yoga with Leah is on at 11. We have Fitness Express that is in person in the Event Plaza, and that's with Juan at 1 and 1:30. And really, truly, if you haven't had a class, an in-person class with Juan, I would encourage you to come. If you're concerned about it, come to the beginner class, because he adapts every single movement for whatever your skill level is, and he does it in a way that never feels like it's being adapted. He really is an exceptional trainer. And so I would encourage you to come if you haven't before. And then at the 2:00, we do have our aqua class. And then at 3, we have Watermark University, What's So Great About Champagne, and that's a lecture that everyone will get to enjoy. And if you'd like to join us for the virtual champagne tasting, you do need to sign up. I should be getting information from Monica tomorrow about what splits they were able to get for us from the distributors, so that we can share those with you. And so we'll have that price for the champagne tasting and can distribute that. So that should be a lot of fun too. A little champagne in the afternoon. On Friday, we have a wonderful documentary in the morning called In Search of Greatness. It's a recent documentary. We have our Telling Tales, a virtual writing workshop at 10:30. Fitness with Juan is a class on Channel 77 on Friday. And then our member matinee is that holiday Christmas classic, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which was recommended by a couple of our members. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a classic, very silly. And then at 1:30, the horses are back. So we'll have an In the Presence of Horses. And remember, we meet over at the novitiate at 1:30 to interact with the horses. And then they leave us and walk over to visit our friends in the gardens. And on Friday, we also have Crafternoons. And I know Amias have been prepping a lot of different examples. And so I don't want to show you anything because I'm not sure which one is actually going to get done. So I don't want to promise anything, but I know that she'll show us some things this week that'll be really, really exciting and fun. On Saturday morning, we have our continuation with the Great British Bake Off for the holidays, and followed by Power for Parkinson's. And then in the afternoon, you have a newer Christmas special that I just love with the country singer Casey Musgraves, and it's very kind of 60s inspired. She's got a lot of great guests, and it's a really fun Christmas special, a modern take on the Christmas special at 1 o'clock. And then our Saturday night on Broadway is one of my favorites, Holiday Inn. And this was the adaptation that they did recently. I did show it last year as well because I think it's a Christmas classic. As you know, the Fred Astaire with not Bob Hope, Fred Astaire with Bing Crosby is also a classic, but there's quite a bit of blackface in that movie, and it just hasn't aged as well. And so the wonderful thing about this adaptation is that they include all of the wonderful pieces that we love about Holiday Inn, where it has all the different songs throughout all the different, because Irving Berlin, I mean, his music, it's fantastic. And so all of his holiday songs, his Easter Parade, his the President's Day songs, all of those are still in there. But it's just with the glorious, it's such a dance musical. So there's all these great tap numbers and everything else. And so it's a really well recorded musical. You may have seen it on Great Performances in PBS as well. It's really well done. All right, and that brings us up to date. I want to make sure that I mentioned everything that I meant to say. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I know that some of you last year went to the San Javier Patronato, and they are offering that virtually this year. And so we will be showing it. I'm going to show it the week of Christmas because I'm not sure where. So I'm going to find a moment. I'm thinking maybe on the 23rd, I'll be able to sneak it in. But if you were thinking, oh, I wanted to see that, or I'm disappointed, I'm not sure how to figure it out, don't worry. I will be showing the their annual special event. They've recorded it and made it available to the public. So I'm going to be donating for that and then sharing it with you later on this month. All right. And on that note, I will say goodbye. Have a great day. And I'm down here if you need anything. Okay. Bye, everybody.